Okay, it's a little after 7 where I am. I guess it's the same on the East Coast. So I said I'd come back after the Supreme Court made their decision, and they came back and said that Donald Trump can be on all the ballots. The states can't kick him off, and that somehow or another they came around to the conclusion that he's not an insurrectionist. And my opinion is that he was not proven an insurrection in this particular case. If they're smart, they'll bring other cases against him, showing that not necessarily he is an insurrectionist, but not the way we would classify insurrections. Like I said, I'm surprised somebody hasn't charged him with treason yet for giving away secrets, which we know he did. He'd give away his mother's underwear if he could get away with it. Actually, he wouldn't give it away, he'd probably sell it. Now, that covers that. That's you know, down the road you can bring the insurrectionist thing back again. He's a subversive, is what he really is. He's subversing the democracy. He's trying to subvert the electoral process, and the Supreme Court has to be done. You know, there's going to be a tremendous amount of violence in this election. I think, especially if he loses. And if that happens, I mean, Supreme Court justices are going to be placed in bunkers along with various political figures. You won't be hearing from them. They'll be too busy trying to keep their knees from shaking apart. Because the one thing I've learned about politicians is that they're not very brave. Not the ones we have now. It's like, if you look at everybody says movie actors are pussies. You look at John Wayne and, oh God, I can't remember all the older ones that were pilots and whatnot in World War II, infantry soldiers, that took balls. They weren't given any special privileges like they are now. Unless, they signed up for that particular thing, that they weren't flying combat missions, But Jimmy Stewart flew combat missions, a few others that I can't remember. I was looking it up today, but my mind is shot. The rest of my body's shot too, but my mind is pretty well shot now. So anyhow, Trump is a coward. We all know that. One of my first posts on Facebook or something was about Donald Trump saying I cannot be put in the same room with Donald Trump, not because I'm afraid. And what am I afraid of? I'm afraid I'd punch the shit out of that fat piece of crap. That's what I'm afraid of. I could not stand there and just look at him or listen to him without wanting to smack him in the head. His good ideas, he turns good ideas into bad ideas. That's the problem. That's his biggest problem. No, it's not actually. It's his ego is his biggest problem because number one, he thinks he's the smartest man in the world. He believes he's going to walk away from all of this, and he may, But I think it's more likely he's going to be carried away from all of this. Somebody, someplace, somehow or another, something's going to happen to him, and I don't know what it is. Whether his mind finally blows a fuse, or he gets hit by a falling meteorite or something, but this guy's got so much bad karma, I wouldn't want to be in the same building with him. Okay, it's nighttime. This is when my mind really starts to fry. So I'm going to say good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.